thanks for joining us for the NBA Rising Stars Challenge. Get ready for some thrilling end-to-end action as the best first and second-year players in the NBA do battle on the hardwood. Alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
And Kevin, you talked about some thrills being in store for us tonight. These young guys are all capable of making a spectacular play at any given time, and I got a feeling we'll see plenty of them here tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, without question. I mean, if this game has taught us anything over the last few years, over the years in general, it's there isn't a highlight reel big enough to capture all of the incredible high-flying action.
Here are the starters for the sophomores. We've got Scoot Henderson. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Chet Holmgren. Then it's Miller, and it's Thompson in at the 3 spot.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans. You know, I know his NBA career is just starting out, but he has been logging some veteran minutes in the regular season.
Well, in his short time in the league, Greg, he's earned the full confidence of the coaching staff. They're not afraid to use him in any situation.
Now here's Beverly. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Scoot Henderson. This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Week. And I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
Second free throw, no good.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
Here's Wembanyama. That doesn't go either for Wembanyama. Back to Beverly. Pass to McCain. To the left side wing. 5 on the clock. Well, rookies need to get a shot off here. Buries the long-range jumper. McCain's got 5 points so far. You brought the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
The sophomores making a switch here. Kumar is checked in. Here's Beverly. Down low. Lays it up and banks it in.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
Now here's Henderson. Holmgren the pass to Henderson. Holmgren with it. The 3. He is hauled in by Beverly. Here's Filipowski. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Now Henderson. Here's Holmgren. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Beverly for 3. And it's the sophomores with the rebound.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Pass to Miller. It's Henderson on the wing. 1:16 left to play here in the first. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Here's McCain. That shot off. Good defense by Wembanyama. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Kamare. Henderson, no one around him. He nails it, and we're tied up. Henderson's got 6.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Here's Beverly. Out to the wing. From downtown, Wembanyama with the rebound.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Henderson looking it over. Pass to Holmgren. Here's Wembanyama. Over Sarr. And there's Wembanyama. And the assist by Holmgren.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Here's McCain. Drills it from outside. McCain's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Welcome back to this showcase.
On the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Connect out there with Filipowski. Then it's Collier. Then it's Sarr. And it's Beverly in at the 2 guard. That's who's in the game for the rookies. Here's Connect. Still yet to score.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Henderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
And that one falls for Henderson. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for the sophomore. Both free throws good from Henderson. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And there's the drive. Sarr gets the bucket.
With skills like a traditional wing, Sarr might get more looks like that from the mid-range.
Wembanyama with it. To the right side. And here is Holmgren. Pass to Miller. 6 to shoot. Top of the key. Rebound. Rookies. And here's Beverly. Here's Filipowski. Now Sarr. Puts up a 3. Connect. No good. Thompson surveying the floor. Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Thompson. Henderson with it from outside the arc. The shot, no good. And here we go. Here's Sarr, and Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
It's a neck-and-neck game in San Francisco. Wembanyama outside. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Wembanyama's got 6 points.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Sophomores out front, up by 4. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And it's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge. A night none of these young players will ever forget, I'm sure.
Oh, to be young and athletic, just a ton of energy out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you know, like we see every year, these young guys are super excited to be playing in this game, and that excitement comes out onto the court.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Henderson out there with Miller. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Chet Holmgren. And it's Wembanyama in its center. Here's Beverly. Here's McCain. Beverly with a screen on Miller. McCain's shot is off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's Big Dog with the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Thompson right side. Back to Henderson. Pass to Miller. To the inside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Henderson. And rebounded by Connect. Here are the rookies. Trailing by 4. Beverly against Thompson. And Sarr throws it down.
It's almost too easy for the rookie. Sarr, he just pops up and finishes off that lob.
Sarr's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. Henderson passes to Wembanyama. Now here's Holmgren. Hasn't made one yet.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Here's Beverly, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity. That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Beverly against Henderson to the left wing. Here's McCain. No good off the back of the rim.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Now Thompson. Pass to Holmgren for 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Holmgren's got his first 3 points of the game.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made...
Substitution on the court. Substitution on the court.
Lively the pass to George. Now Lively. Pass to Dick. From past the arc. It's good from long range.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite 3-point shot.
They've got Sarr. Connect out there with Filipowski. Then there's Big Dog. And it's McCain in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's in the game for the rookies. Beverly up top. A 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Pass to Kamare. Here's Dick. George looking over the floor. Lively a screen on Beverly. George passes to Lively. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kamare. Off target from outside.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Saw the pass to Beverly. That's good from 17 feet away. And that's 10 points for Big Dog.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the sophomores with a whole new 5 on the floor. Pass to Holmgren. Thompson outside. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The score now all even.
And he has come on really strong this season. Some of his performances in the first half have been terrific.
Yeah, and it wasn't something that very many people saw coming, Greg, but he's proven himself in a big way. I think there are great things ahead for this guy.
Fader on the way. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
And Connect gets it to go.
And when you need a bucket from outside, Connect is your man.
Henderson kicks to Thompson. To the paint. Shoots from 14. Wembanyama gets the bucket.
How about the young fella, Wembanyama, with a big-time bucket.
Lebowski passes to Beverly. Now Sarr. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Beverly.
And what a time to get sloppy. A close game like this, you cannot be getting loose with the ball.
There's 1:59 left in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama with it. Rebound, rookies. Sarr's got 7 rebounds in the game. And it's Beverly missing. Beverly's gone 4 of 12 shooting from the floor, only 33%. Thompson finds Holmgren. Here's Henderson. And the shot is long.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Lebowski passes to Beverly. Connect with it. Pass to McCain. There's the 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. And the sophomores with possession here. They've led by as much as 10. Inside, got a piece of it. Wembanyama. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
As big a basket as that was, the free throw probably even bigger. Now you've got a 2-possession lead all of a sudden.
Down low. Pass to Beverly. Here's Connect. He's covered by Thompson. Beverly. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see long.
Nobody's getting that high, but Wembanyama.
And this is what a franchise player does. Wemby coming up huge down the stretch.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Beverly, and the rejection by Holmgren. And they go to the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now they foul and stop the clock. That's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind? And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
And so it's the sophomores winning this one.
What a terrific game. I tell you what, these young players are going to give us years of excitement to come. The future of the NBA is looking very bright with these guys, Kevin.
Terrific young players. It sure is. You're right, Greg. And this really was a fun contest to watch, as it always is. We hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we have. Thanks so much for joining us. For Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
Came ready to play. You let these guys like the beam, and you're going to have to stay